Oh, all right. Come on in, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to tonight's members night. Today is October 1st. Wow, can y'all imagine how fast, y'all believe how fast this year has flown? 2025 is just about in the books. It's absolutely crazy. For those of you who don't know, my name is Keith Chasson. My wife Jamie and I are double diamonds with Neumi. We've been with the company since April of 2022, and over the last 3 years, we've seen things grow. We've seen the company evolve into such an amazing opportunity. Not only do we have breakthrough technology, but also um, global presence, a global footprint, and we're expanding continuously. So you still have a few minutes to reach out to the people on your team, and I'm going to set a 30-second timer, and we're going to get that going right now. So during this 30 seconds, reach out to you folks. Remind them, members night. We got a special message from Neumi's Vice President of Marketing, Mr. Sergio Delamore. But for now, 30 seconds. Think. All right, we got people tuning in from really all over the world. So if you don't mind, just type in the chat where you're tuning in from. It's always great to see who's here and where they're from. We got Brenda Marks tuning in from Illinois. Welcome, Brenda. Prue and Greg from New Zealand, and then Miss Phoebe all the way from Perth, Western Australia. Well, New Zealand and Australia is kind of a similar area. Joe Coco from Las Vegas, Nevada. And they got people from really all over the world. Look at that, Mississauga, Ontario. Jamie and I are here in Louisiana, United States. So folks are tuning in from all across the globe, really. Tonight's presentation is going to be in English. So for our non-English speaking Neumi Nation, we do have captions enabled. But also take a listen to this.
Por favor, vaya a la parte inferior de la pantalla en Zoom o YouTube y haga clic en subtítulos para leer en español.
Kérlek menj a képernyő aljára, a Zoomon vagy a YouTube-on, a Closed Caption részre, és ott el tudod olvasni magyarul a feliratot.
Silakan klik di layar bawah pada Zoom atau YouTube dan klik caption untuk membaca dalam bahasa Indonesia.
Pour les sous-titres en français, veuillez cliquer au bas de votre écran Zoom ou YouTube sur CC ou Closed Captions.
Zoom または YouTube の画面の下部に移動し、字幕をクリックして日本語で読んでください。
請到屏幕底部點閱隱藏字幕以閱讀中文。
Παρακαλώ πηγαίνετε στο κάτω μέρος της οθόνης, στο Zoom ή στο YouTube και κάντε κλικ στους υπότιτλους για να τα διαβάσετε στα ελληνικά.
請到屏幕底部點擊隱藏字幕以閱讀中文.
אנא עברו לתחתית המסך בזום וביוטיוב ולחצו על תרגום לכתוביות בעברית.
Proszę zejść na dół ekranu na Zoomie lub YouTubie i kliknąć napisy, żeby przeczytać po polsku.
All right. So, we have a very exciting opportunity tonight where Neumi's Vice President of Marketing is going to actually be the one delivering a very special message to the entire Neumi Nation tonight. And he couldn't actually be here with us physically, but, he's here. And he got us a real great message recorded. And I'm going to get that started in just a minute. So let me share my screen. So let's listen in with Sergio's special message for us tonight.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Members Night. It's a pleasure to greet you all the way from Rome, Italy this evening. And as we are ready to start this new month, I want to take a moment to really highlight how exciting we had momentum throughout the month of September. I was able to be on a tour, and I'll talk a little bit about that as well. But I know many members throughout the world are taking advantage of growth, and we had a very aggressive promotion to help you kick off and get ready for the end of the year as we are getting there very quickly. We've just done a lot of great things in the last few months. We came off Neumi Week. We've just had this wonderful growth during the summer throughout the world. And now with this wonderful promotion, I'm excited that you will see some very exciting new ranks. There are a lot of people that have worked so hard, and I'm excited to be able to share with you once we pay commissions because there will be a lot of fun recognition. I'm excited to pay out um, those extra bonuses here through Neumi, so we can wait to highlight that. Now, again, I'm all the way from Rome, so members are arriving. The diamonds are arriving today. Tomorrow we're going to kick off the diamond cruise. So this is very, very important. It's part of our culture. It's part of our community here at Neumi, and it's part of what we want to accomplish. We know that this is a big motivator for many members, and there's just something special about joining together, sharing that community we built through Neumi, and truly taking advantage of that time together. And most of all, for us here at corporate, to celebrate your success. For me, you may have heard me say this out in the field several times because it's true. One of the best things I love about what I do and one of the most rewarding aspects of my career is getting to recognize members as they achieve their goals. This is a people business. This is a wonderful opportunity, and it's really open to anybody from all walks of life, from different cultures, from different markets throughout the world. And that's what I love about this, is that it's open to anyone who wants to be part of this community. And what a wonderful opportunity we have. The more I talk to members throughout the world, the more I recognize how special Neumi really is. We have wonderful breakthrough products. We have a wonderful compensation plan. We have a really good event platform, and we're getting better. And speaking of event platforms, did you know that in the back office now you have access to a calendar? Whenever we are putting on an event, we will add this information on that calendar in your back office. And that's not all. Sometimes we are teaming up with members throughout the world. So we'll make sure if there's corporate presence that they'll be available there as well. And then to finish, the other element is recognition. Recognition is just a big part of what this lifestyle really is all about. And I'm excited for that reason to be in Rome today with many of the other executives and many diamonds who are joining us. In fact, I haven't gotten a chance to see many of them because they're arriving throughout the evening tonight, and we're going to take off tomorrow morning. So we'll definitely keep you posted. We'll share some fun pictures, and there'll be some exciting announcements that will take place throughout the cruise. So we'll definitely keep you posted. I want you to know that we are very close to be able to announce where we'll be for our next Achieve. And that's not only the Achieve, take in mind that it's a summit. It's a summit open to anyone. However, through the Achieve promotion, you could take full advantage of earning points and helping us get you there and cover some of your costs. So stay tuned for that. Once we launch that, we'll make sure you get communication to know details of where that will take place. And we can't wait to be with you most likely the next summer, and we'll keep you posted, okay? Now, what I want to share with you today as we starting in this new month of October is I want to really focus on reminding you some of the elements that we shared during Neumi Week. There was so much good content. In fact, even still to this day, many members, many leaders still tell me how exciting and how proactive and productive Neumi Week really was. And I agree, we couldn't have done this without the help of many of the leaders, and of course with Stephen, with Ryan, with Chris, with Aaron. It was a really well put on event, and even with Anton and Rachel, who were also helping us in the back end. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about a concept. I want to remind you where we're at. So now as we're starting this new month, it's hard to believe how fast this year is gone, but they say time flies when you're having fun. So going into the fourth and last quarter of the year, take full advantage of what we have. Take advantage now of the last 3 months of the year to qualify with for Achieve. Because remember, if you can get your hotel covered, you can get some assistance for your travel in 2 different tiers. So if you get 200 points, you will get the hotel plus a $300 travel reimbursement plus an additional $300 travel reimbursement. So don't miss out. We want to help you get there. Can anyone attend Summit next year? Yes, because it's going to be a global summit open to anyone. However, isn't it much better to get rewarded through the point system? Not only are you building your business and helping others succeed, but we are going to allow many wonderful things to come through this because you will get points that will help you get there. So my invitation to you today is focus on the achieve, focus on your goals that you want to achieve. Again, that word is very powerful. It comes a lot from the philosophy of Stephen K. Scott. Now, take into mind, I want you to think of where we're at, and I want you to start thinking of what you want to accomplish before the year ends throughout this conversation we'll have today. I'm going to take a moment just to share with you some of the elements I've been sharing on recent tours. I just returned from about a 12-day tour from France, from all over Europe, and I can't wait to tell you a little bit more about that. But first, I'm going to dive in and tell you about what I was sharing and reminding members, because, yes, one of the exciting elements is that there are a lot of members who bring prospects, but I had the opportunity to truly connect and develop, new goals, new insights, and bond with many leaders throughout the region here in Europe. So this is what I want to remind you of. So earlier in Neumi Week, we talked a little bit about where we're at today and what we're going to be doing and where we're going as we head into our 5-year anniversary. So let's talk a little bit about where Neumi is today. I talked about some of the elements that we cover, and we're in 74 markets, as you know. And through that, we have 24 international warehouses. This is enabling us to have a fast and efficient fulfillment. And that's not all. You're a business owner through this independent business opportunity. The nice thing about this, unlike a traditional business, Neumi takes care of the logistics sites for you. There are over 200,000 members worldwide, with the highest rank achieved here is a crown. And one other exciting element is that we're having a growth. In fact, while I was in Spain, I was talking to one of our leaders there. His name is Marco Boix. He's a triple diamond, and he was prospecting and talking about where we stand in with his team as a company, looking at some statistics that are out there. And I was very happy to see where we stand and kind of the growth curve that just goes year after year. And that makes me happy because that means you're succeeding. And we have a long way to go because this company has a lot of potential. It's definitely been my favorite that I've had the opportunity to work with, because I said career earlier in this recording because I see this as a career, not as a job, not as a daily thing. It's really part of who I am. It's part of my life, and that's why I spend a lot of dedication, a lot of passion, along with all the other members here at the corporate team. We're very dedicated and we want to succeed. So let's talk a little bit about an element that Chris and I talked about during Neumi Week. And this is actually what I was focusing on during my European tour. So there are 3 flywheels. Flywheels are an important aspect to the business because they will help you create and generate alignment, as well as taking your vision into action. And they'll create organization. I'll tell you a little bit why. Just a quick reminder, maybe this is nothing new because you saw this on Neumi Week, but I do want to plant some seeds for you as you are getting ready to close this year and going into this new third quarter. So there are 3 different flywheels we talked about. We talked about how everything starts with personal belief. There's Neumi Events flywheels, and there's one for your businesses. So let's talk a little bit about those. What is the flywheel concept that we're talking about, and what are the components of it? Number 1, everything starts with belief, right? We want to make sure we know where we're going. We have a mission here at Neumi, and we have that clarity. That mission is filled with real stories, real science. We celebrate all the small wins. We were able to do some amazing things. We launched a brand new product that's done very well. We have really upped our game with our training and our tools and taking advantage of much of the technology that exists out there today. And even better, we greatly appreciate all the members throughout the world that help us make sure that we have assets in different languages because it's a team effort. We have a community, which is the tribe and the purpose. Many people that I talk to throughout the world say that one element that they really like about Neumi and why they feel at home here is because they're part of a community. That's why we have these type of calls. That's why we have meetings. That's why we have summits. That's why we're having this diamond cruise, recognition and growth. And then it goes back to where it started. So everything starts with belief, the belief is that belief you have in your mind, and that vision can turn into an action and then a result. It all starts with that belief. So that vision will build excitement. The stories that you share also tell a story. And I learned something new while I was out there. It's probably nothing new to you because you do it so often, but I realized the power behind the stories that the members share throughout the world as prospects are listening, and how that can change them, but lives in many ways, from introducing them to our wonderful products to introducing them to a wonderful independent business opportunity. Another nice thing about Neumi is that thanks to our founder and his philosophy, talking again about achieve and many other elements with his personal life and hobbies as an author, we want really something special for all of you. It's not just a business opportunity. It goes way beyond that. And that community, that's where everything ties in. But we want to also focus a little bit on sharing that wisdom that comes through Steve and personal development. That's what the Achieve was all about. Now, another thing that we're doing is we want to grow that identity. So talking a little bit more about that, let's talk about what your mission is. So that I just shared with you what Neumi's flywheel is, but let's talk a little bit of what you can take into mind. And this is what I want to share with you. And now this is where I would like you to truly ponder on how you want to make this part of your story and how it can help you as you close this year and prepare for 2026, because we're looking ahead already. We're looking at next year and all that we're going to accomplish. So let's talk a little bit about what your belief can be. So this is just a suggestion based on that. So what is your mission? What is your why? There's so much important things to do. Everything that you have a reason behind the why and why you do certain things, generally will help you better prepare and better organize your thoughts that will help you to accomplish your goals. What is your story? What are you doing with this opportunity? Why are you a part of Neumi? Or what, not only talking about the business, what is your story in general? How can, that continue to benefit you, motivate you, and how can you uplift others through that? What is your next win? We celebrate small wins all the time. I know that there isn't a perfect business out there, and that's why it's so important for all the wins, whether they're small, whether they're big, to be celebrated. And we do that here at corporate, and that's why we threw that on as part of our flywheel. So what is your next win? Are you going for a 2-star? Are you going for a 3-star? Higher ranks, whatever it may be, power of 3, whatever it may be, maybe even sharing this product with some of your friends. What is your next win? Think about that for a moment. And if you have a minute, write it down by the end of this call so that you can focus on it and have that be something powerful as you go in through this third quarter. So what else do you need? What can we improve on? What can you tell us that we can offer you with tools? We've upped our game quite a bit, but doesn't mean that we're 100% there. Tell us what you would need. We have wonderful assets like the 90-day planner that helps people that come in to have a guide, to have an onboarding experience. That's something we want to really focus a lot about. So as people come in during the first 90 days, in fact, during the first 30 days, most members will know if you're going to stick around or not. And that's why that moment's so critical, that they have support from their upline, support from corporate, that they have the tools that they need. And that's what we are wanting to make sure that you have those tools to help you succeed. Who is your community? You are part of Neumi. You're here today listening to this call. We're your community. Who are you becoming? And then it goes back, and everything again starts with a belief. So these are just some questions you can ponder. I know what we stand for. I see it working for people like me. I feel progress and success. I know how to do this. I'm not doing this alone. I'm becoming someone better. So go ahead and ponder this. And again, if you have a minute to write, start with that belief, that vision, write down what you want to accomplish and what this represents for you. It's a great exercise. And it aligns with our vision here at Neumi, what we would like to see in the field and what we want for you. What is this? So the Neumi flywheel, this is regarding to events. I shared kind of our mission or clarity. Now I'll focus on events. So next year, as I already mentioned, we're looking into 2026. We're going to kick off the year with a New Year kickoff meeting, probably most likely virtual, but as a result, we want to team up with some of the fielded events just like we did last year. It's a great outcome. So after that, we'll have the Achieve as we head into mid-year. And then this year, we'll do a global summit. So right now, every other year, we're going to kind of trade off. We'll do a global summit, then we'll do an Achieve, but this is kind of the cadence that we want to follow every year. And that's part of this wheel, is that you kind of already know. So let's say right now it's October. I know that we have the Achieve qualifications going on at Neumi. If it's January, I know that we have the Diamond Cruise qualifications open at Neumi for those requalifiers, just as an example. But what we want to accomplish is that you automatically know, as part of the culture here and what we offer at Neumi, what is taking place automatically throughout that cadence. So after Summit, we'll do more field-led tours. That's kind of what I just did as we're finishing up and going into the fourth quarter. And then going into the Diamond trip, that's where I'm at today. I'm here from a hotel in Rome, welcoming all of the diamonds that are arriving today as we're heading off tomorrow. So very exciting. And then it kicks off again with the New Year's kickoff meetings. So this is, again, the cadence that we have for events. And that's a very important part. In fact, like I mentioned, it's the fourth element. You're always going to hear me talking about product, being a product of the product, having a great product. And that's no question that we have that here at Neumi through that innovative product through Hydrostat. We have a wonderful compensation plan. We have the events that take place, and we have recognition. So it's really something special. What is your business flywheel? What does that look like? Well, let's see. Ponder, how are you going to kick off your next year? What are your team events you're going to hold? Are you going to hold certain Zooms? Are you going to team up with members? Are you going to put on a regional? Start thinking about it. Start reaching up to your upline and see how you can benefit and from that and working together and planning early and being organized. You'll have a much greater successful outcome as you do that. And even an opportunity to invite more people. What is your Achieve goal? So your Achieve goal is, are you going to get 100 points? Are you going to get 200 points? What do you want out of the Achieve? We definitely want you to be there. And we most of all want you to take advantage of this program because it will help your business. It will set it up in a cadence. And as well, at the same time, it will help you get some of the costs covered. So what is your Achieve goal? Think about that now and accomplish it today. What is your global summit goal? Just, what are your team events? So see how it kind of goes back. What is your diamond goal? Are you interested in being a diamond? Do you want to go on a cruise? Many people tell me throughout the world that one of their main motivations is to want to have this lifestyle to go on the cruise. And as a result, of course, they have other benefits that come with it. And we'll be talking a little bit more about that in the near future. So stay tuned for what it means to be part of the Diamond Club here at Neumi. And then it goes back to the beginning of the year. And see, this is the example of what a flywheel looks like. And as you can see, it aligns and it kind of goes back into the same format. So you automatically already know what that cadence means. Now, to finish off this part, as we look into the future, what are you going to do at the beginning of the year? What are your leader-led events looking like? What are your market tours? Are you going to be part of the Diamond Trip? Are you going to be part of the Diamond Club? Are you going to be ready for Summit? Are you going to go to Achieve? These are just some examples, but it's part of the programs we have here. Now, as I mentioned, I did want to tell you a little bit about the tour. It was a very busy tour, and I had a lot of fun. I actually got to start in Poland. Then after that, I went over to Greece for a few days. And then I went to Romania and over there where they're really taking off. They're doing really good things there, really good strategies. Then I headed over to Spain, had a wonderful event in Murcia, Spain. It was actually exciting to see that they needed to get a bigger room last minute because there were more people that they expected, and they were able to accomplish that. Then they headed off to France, where we had a wonderful training opportunity in the beautiful countryside of France. And then I got home, and less than a week later, here I am back in Europe. But that's what I love to do. I love to be part of this wonderful opportunity. I love to team up with you, and I love to be really a part of Neumi. This is a special company. One of the things I always say at the events, because they're mostly prospects, believe it or not, I always ask, I have two types of presentations that I get ready. One that will be more driven for a prospect, and the other one that's more driven for the members. And so one of the first things I do is to respect that is I ask how many people are here for the first time learning about Neumi. Surprisingly, it's always 60% plus. It's always higher in the higher percentages. So it's really exciting to see how many people are actually becoming more aware of what our products have to offer through the technology, this wonderful hydrostat technology, into getting the master antioxidant, taking advantage of that, and what it means to have a business independently here at Neumi, how you can make commissions through just sharing this wonderful opportunity. And so that helps me to kind of read the crowd, because sometimes what I would share for a member, they're there. It's very critical that we work aligned with the field, and that's why those field-led driven events are very important to us, because we adapt to kind of the style that is being presented throughout the world. Luckily, it's actually something that's very generic, and it's really universal. So no matter where we go, it's the same benefits that are being shared. There's similar stories, success, and so forth. And that's not all. I had the opportunity to be in Europe, but during that time, I know Chris and Claudia were in Hermosillo, Mexico, where they had a wonderful success. Really good meeting. Ryan and Steve were in El Salvador, and they had a really good meeting with Alex Monterrosa. So we were all able to be on the road, and then now we're here at the Diamond Cruise, and we're going to be preparing for what's to come, because this year will definitely sneak up on this end will sneak up on us so fast. Now, we know it's the kickoff of a new month, and I did want to take advantage of this opportunity. So what I'm going to be doing now is, again, what can you take out of today's conversation? Can you picture yourself with a new goal that you want to set in mind? What is your belief? What are you going to do to establish your flywheel? Align with us. That's my invitation to you today. Join us in this beautiful concept of the flywheel, because it's going to be a big part of what we talk about. It's actually a big part of what we do. So we are truly grateful for all that you do. Keep an eye out in the next few days, in the next week, for any important information regarding the Achieve event next year with the summit. We'll definitely share some pictures. And to any of you that would like to join us next year, again, you don't have to wait till January. In fact, for all new members all new diamonds, so any member that achieves diamond for the very first time, actually going on now through the end of the year, you actually get to be part of the cruise next year. So for the qualifying, we kick that off in January. But if you're planning to be a brand new diamond for the first time, through now and the end of the year, that will automatically call you for next year's Diamond Cruise. And then you can keep working towards achieving the other fun reward tiers that come with that. So again, it's really a pleasure to be here with you. I apologize, maybe the lighting's not as great, but I can tell you that this room's full of light and excitement, because just seeing the members and the leaders that bring so much and do so much for Neumi really lights that up. And I can't wait to be surrounded by the diamonds tomorrow, and for the next week to share, to strategize, to see how we can take this wonderful opportunity to new heights together, and to get to our 5-year celebration. It's going to be an important year for us. So thank you very much for taking the time to tune in today. I will be back in about a week and a half from now. There will be a call next Monday with Chris. So for a Neumi Corner, if you didn't know, we have what's called Neumi Live. So every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, Chris Fowler and myself, we host a podcast where we give you any updates, and sometimes we share information right off there that's very new. So if you did not know, we do that every Monday at 9 a.m. Mountain Daylight Savings Time currently, but Mountain Standard Time very soon. We have that call, and it's actually pretty fast, but it's very interactive, and that's actually a chance for you to ask us questions directly. We actually take moments to read what's on the chats and to answer questions right then and then. So we invite you for that. On Tuesday, we'll have the opportunity meeting. Wednesday next week, there'll be members night as usual. Now, one important note is that tomorrow, because of the Diamond Cruise, Steve will not host his call this Thursday, which is tomorrow, October 2nd, and he will also not host it the following Thursday. So he will take that call back mid-month, and we'll keep you posted through Week at a Glance and other communications that we have to make sure you're aware. But I just want to make sure you know that in case you have any questions, that's the schedule for now, and we will definitely keep you posted on any fun things we have throughout the cruise. Thank you for joining us, Keith. I appreciate you also helping out with hosting this call today. And cheers to all of you. Much success. I look forward to sharing those rank advancements very soon. After the 5th, we'll be able to share that publicly. And congratulations to all of you that took advantage of the month of September with that wonderful promotion. Now, this is the time for you to focus on the Achieve promotion. It's a wonderful incentive. You do not want to miss out. And then very soon, we'll be able to share further details. No need to wait. Start now. Thank you so much, and good evening from Rome.
No need to wait. Start now. Sergio says, what a great update. And all the way from Rome. Jamie and I, we're pretty excited about where Neumi's at today and where Neumi's going in the future. And we're excited that you guys and gals are all coming along with us. And if you haven't qualified yet for a diamond trip, this cruise seems to be something that's pretty amazing. Jamie, we're just not flyers. We try not to fly as least as possible. But anyway, they're having a great time out there. We are going to get an update. And Sergio actually took a couple of my messages, which is cool. There is no call from Steve tomorrow night. So no more Steve technology call on Thursday. Not no more, but not tomorrow night, nor next Thursday night. Neumi will have its Monday call, just like Sergio said, just as a reminder. But again, thanks everyone for being here tonight, and I look forward to hosting next Tuesday night's Global Opportunities. So don't miss that. Get the word out because it's going to be a fantastic call. Until then, y'all have a great rest of your week. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. See y'all later. Bye.